As 2021 comes to a close, what better way to sum up your year by journaling about the things that have happened? And in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 year-ender journaling ideas you can try as we count down the days to 2022. And so you can find a way to journal about the year that was in 3 different formats. Make sure to keep watching to know more about how you can sum up your year, create media recap reviews, as well as get in tune with your creative side as we journal about your 2021. So the journal that I'm using is the Diarist. This is a journal that I created for you to write your own story. It's A5 size, it's dotted, and it contains 36 prompts. But we're going to go freestyle today, and I'm going to be sharing with you a couple of year-ender journaling ideas that you can use on any size and any format that you see fit depending on your personal preferences and creative style. Let's get started. If Spotify has a Wrapped, we also have a 2021 Wrapped, and this involves actually going through all of your journals and planners like I did. I sort of browse through key things that happened in my work life, personal life, media, and this really helped me figure out what things actually happened because I can't remember them for I don't really have that sharp of a memory, and it's really useful because I consulted not only my journals but also my planners. So I came up with this rough draft of highlights per month. It was mostly a work in progress since I'm not done with December, but that made me journal this one where I pulled out a couple of my favorites and key highlights for the year. I actually did this during our journaling hangout at Patreon, so if you want to access that, I'll link it down below as well. Next, we have the media recap. This is probably my favorite because a lot of the journal spreads that I do involve films, TV, and books that I consume on a regular basis. And I wrote a list, a really long list, and then I highlighted my favorites and printed them out into A6 sticker sheets and smaller sized ones. I actually measured this accordingly in conjunction with the Diarist because it's going to be easier for me that way to sort of figure out how it's going to be written down on. So I have 4 in one page, and then on the first page I wrote a little summary of my media recap, and this really helps you sort of be your own movie. And not only a movie, but media critic. I like writing down stuff that I watched. Doesn't really have to be very review-centric. I mostly wrote about how I felt while watching these or who recommended it. And then I went ahead and added extra stationery and decoration to make the pages look a bit more sort of related in some way and have some sort of character. The last one, learnings and highlights, is probably my favorite. So I created this collage using Moldiv and then I printed it out, and it was going to be my centerpiece, or at least the main focus of my journal spread. And then down below, I didn't actually write exactly what was on this collage per se, but I wanted to sort of sum up the year in terms of stuff that I learned. So I wrote a 5 things I learned sort of statement. I'm also using this stamp to add a headline, so I'm gonna use the word learnings. And this new ink pad that I got, the 𝚝𝚑𝚍𝚘𝚘 one, is my super favorite. This is the color Decayed Leaf, and of course the color scheme that I went for with the image that I used are, I guess, warm toned. I also went with this 3x3 grid because it's one of my favorites. You know how Instagram has the best 9 for every year? So I kind of wanted to encapsulate that idea here. And I chose elements and photos that would sort of highlight what my year was about. So as you can see here, there's a picture of the Diarist. There's a picture of tiramisu because I learned how to make tiramisu, and that's important. I also got my grill fountain pen, stuff like that in conjunction with work and all the other things that have happened through the year. So I'm writing a couple of learnings that I picked up. These are somewhat advices that friends have given me or I've read about. And funnily enough, the next day after filming this, I decided to fill up the next page, the left page rather. And another thing that I thought of was like, why didn't I think of 21 things from 2021? So, you know, with a play of 2021 as the year, I decided to come up with 21 things for 2021. I won't go on and elaborate which 21 things they were, but most of them were quite confidential. And so it can be highlighted more. I'm using a Zig Clean Color dot, as you can see here, and I am dotting. Are you supposed to call it dotting? The 21 things that I learned. And I guess 21 things that happened in 2021. So there are personal stuff, there are also like quotes, and basically a hodgepodge of things. So it doesn't really have to be the same theme per se, as long as you can write something down. So I do hope these simple year-ender journaling ideas would sort of give you an idea on how to journal and close your books as we close this 2021. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know which one you're going to be trying in your journaling session. Hopefully you're gonna have one before the year ends, because it's just nice to have that little like time off and really sit down with your thoughts and start journaling and getting creative. Happy holidays and take care. Bye!